Hey, y'all. I am reading Ezekiel, the 22nd chapter, the 25th through the 29th verse, and then I'm going to read the 31st verse. Come and read the Bible with me. Your princes plot conspiracies just as lions stalk their prey. Princes means prophets. They devour innocent people, seizing treasures, and extorting wealth. They make many widows in the land. Your priests have violated my instructions and defiled my holy things. They make no distinction between what is holy and what is not. And they do not teach my people the difference between what is ceremonially clean and unclean. That means sin and what is not sin. Like, we don't teach the difference. What is holy and what is not holy. They disregard my Sabbath days so that I am dishonored among them. Your leaders are like wolves who tear apart their victims. They actually destroy people's lives for money. Remember, this word has, 2,000 years ago? And the word, God say the word stands. So, in this 2025, the word still stands. And your prophets cover up for them by announcing false visions and making lying predictions. They say my message is from the sovereign Lord when the Lord hasn't spoke a single word to them. You know them ones that's out here prophesying and saying that if you sow this amount, that God is going to bless you with abundance. Homes and houses and abundance is coming. Yeah. Even common people oppress the poor, rob the needy, and deprive foreigners of justice. So I'm going to read the 31st chapter, the 31st verse, and this is what God is saying. Now I will pour out my fury on them, consuming them with the fire of my anger. I will heap on their heads the full penalty for all their sins. It's a sin. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. God said, love and lies. That's what he said. Let me read my verse for today, which I supposed to be reading it yesterday, and I forgot. So God reminded me, make sure you read this. This is 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, the 3rd verse. For a time is coming when people will no longer listen to sound and wholesome teaching. Do you know what that means? That people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be convicted. Let me finish. They will follow their own desires and will look for teachers who will teach them whatever their itching ears want to hear. They will reject the truth and chase after myths. Let me repeat what the title is. Love and Lies. Because the word says that many will have the itching ears. And they would love to chase after myth, but they will reject the truth. And guess who knows that? Satan. So if God say that there's many false prophets and teachers that is around here saying that God have sent them, and they're robbing, that's what the word say, robbing the poor, and they're feeding people that have itching ears lies, then their father is Satan. And every time I come on here talking about the false teachers and prophets, God told me to read 2 Timothy, the 3rd verse. 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, the 3rd verse. Because he said, remind the people that it is many out here that have the itching ear. But God is the truth. And Satan is a liar. So if the Bible is telling us that there are many that's walking on this earth, false teachers, false prophets, and they're prophesying, and not only that, he said that they like wolves who tear apart their victims. They destroy people's lives for money. That's not God. That means that's why the Bible say that God saying that I didn't give them that word. I didn't tell them to say that. So if God is telling us in his word that he do not send a prophet to destroy people's lives for money, to fill their ears with myths and lies, then that means they are not from God. I said the other day that God told me that when I do these messages that have been coming forth for the past couple of days, he told me to bring the Bible. Because the Bible is the truth. And everything in the word of God is true. So when you bring the Bible, what is it that people can say now? Because everything that have happened in this Bible, God is saying that this word prepares us. And if this word prepares us, that means that everything in this word is preparing us for this day and time. So guess what? There's still false teachers, false prophets walking on this face of earth. And God said many have been deceived by the Satan. Satan is a liar. When you allowing that spirit to use you, that means you are a liar. When you love to hear lies, that means that you have an itching ear. And God said that it's many that's walking on this earth that loves to hear lies. And what was the title? Loving Lies. When you leave this earth, and I'm talking to the ones that put these men that's holding down these pulpits, put them before God. When you leave this earth, well, let's talk about before you leave. You already allowing man to guide you. And a lot of them, due to God did not send them, due to God have left them, because God said they have turned away from him. So when you reject God, God gonna turn you over to the very thing that you rejected him. So you got many that not only have walked away, but you got many that God said that he have turned them over. So that means he's not with them. So when all of this is taking place, and and we think that when it's time for us to take account for what we have done, where would these people be? These very people that you have put before God, that can't answer for you when it's time for God to say, what have you done? Well, the preacher said this, but all the time the preacher have instilled lies into many people's minds and have lied to them and deceived them. Y'all, wake up. Bye, y'all.